Georgetown, Texas real estate is seeing something that hasn't seen but once in the past 40 years. Something you're going to want to know about if you're thinking about buying or selling in Georgetown, Texas right now, because it's rare, but it's here. Take a look. So let's start by just looking at some basic information. There are about 896 homes as I record this on the market in Georgetown, Texas. There are 941 if you look at the multiple listing service definitions of Georgetown. Georgetown West, Georgetown East. But I'm actually looking at Georgetown, the mailing address. If your mailing address is in Georgetown, Texas, you're part of this, and 896 homes are on the market. Now, 60% of those are over 500,000. Why do I use that? Well, because a lot of people ask me, how many are over $500,000? How many under $500,000? I'm going to move that up probably because the average price is considerably more than $500,000 now. Now, 73% of those are West Georgetown. I-35, if you live in Georgetown, you're very familiar. If you don't, I-35 pretty much divides Georgetown into East and West. Now, downtown is East, and the older, very cool homes that are being renovated are East, and lots of exciting stuff going on. 130 is East, just a tremendous amount of activity going on East. But still, the bulk of the homes on the market and the new subdivisions are West. 86 homes under 400,000. Now, we call that affordable. Wouldn't have a couple of years ago, but right now, 400 is really kind of the mark of affordability. Under 400,000, there are 86 homes for sale in Georgetown. Now, let's take a look at something that's a little more revealing, and that is that we're seeing about half the homes in the market as new homes. That's pretty unusual. That's a lot of new home building going on right now. The average price is $638,000 and some change. The average price per square foot, $271.63. Now, I don't use price per square foot to value homes. It is a factor, but it is not the way to price homes. So many people do that it can be very inaccurate. However, it's a measuring stick a lot of people use to kind of see what's going on in the market, so I do include that statistically. Now, here's where we're going to find an interesting anomaly. If I were to ask you what sells at a higher price per square foot, new homes or resale homes? Well, the answer is always new homes. Price per square foot of new homes is always more. As a matter of fact, we discourage using new homes as comparables when valuing a resale home because of the differential. So the average price of new homes and the average price per square foot of new homes are always both higher. We've seen an anomaly like this one time in the past, and it was in a very strong, shifting market like this one. Major, incredible market shifting back to a normal market. That's the only other time we've seen this. So what we're seeing right now is the average price of resale homes, and the average price of resale homes per foot is more than new homes. That's what's going on right now. Now, I'm not encouraging everyone to rush out and buy new homes, but right now, and it's usually a short window, I say usually, it was the last time, and it probably will be this time. It won't be a long window where new homes are selling for less than resale homes. That's one indication that the resale homeowner and agent hasn't adjusted quite yet to the shifting market and prices that are settling. Here is another one. There are 650 homes under contract. So this is more proof that resale homeowners haven't quite adjusted yet. The average price for a home that's under contract in Georgetown, 650 of them. So yes, this is for the big picture, not a huge pool of data, but it's a pretty good size pool of data. Georgetown, Texas, 896 homes in the market, 650 under contract. That actually in itself as a ratio is quite good. Let's look at the average price of homes under contract, $551,773. Homes actively on the market, $638,065. So basically, homeowners on the market are saying, we want 15% more than a buyer just spent last month. That gap is just too big. In a regular market, asking price typically just slightly, a percent or two, maybe 3 above what went under contract. We are in a shifting market, and this gap of 15% is just too big. Here's more proof. Homes that are under contract, literally these haven't even closed yet, just went under contract last week or the week before, 26 days on the market. That's the average. Homes that are currently on the market and haven't even gone under contract are already averaging 50 days. The fact that these homes have been on the market twice as long and haven't even sold yet as the homes that have already gone under contract is more proof that the shifting market hasn't been adjusted to yet by homeowners and agents. So we've got 3 areas of very solid proof that current asking prices need to be modified in order to keep sales moving forward. I hope that's making sense. Here's some more general stats that I think can really show you what's going on in the market. Inventory is at a 4-month supply now. That is actually still quite good. Now, yes, for a long time we were at a few weeks or a month, but a 4-month supply is still a seller's market. We see a hotness ratio of 72.54%. That is comparing homes under contract to active homes, and that is still a very good market to be in. If you just took any pinpoint on the market over the last 10, 20, 30, 40 years and put a pin in it and said, oh, that's a 72.54% hotness ratio at that period of time, that's a good market. That's how you would interpret that. That is a really good market. Well, that's where we're at right now. Success ratio, nearly 80%. That means when you put a home in the market, it's got about an 80% chance of it going to closing. Again, strong situation. Now, no, it doesn't match the 97 or 98% we saw the last couple of years, but still a strong situation. So 4-month supply, great hotness ratio, great success ratio. We're still in a very good market, despite the fact that we're trying to compare it to an anomaly, a blistering hot market that we've never seen in history. Here's something I'm going to just throw at you real quick. You might take a look at this. This is the number of homes listed, the number of homes pending, the number of homes closed, and the number of homes removed from the market in a 1-week period in Georgetown, Texas. What I'm asking you is, what do you think the year is for this set of data, this set of data, and this set of data? Now, I'm going to give you a quick hint. I'm going to show you actually in just a second. But there's a couple of stats in here that tell you exactly where this would lie very clearly if you think about it for just a second. And I'm going to go ahead and show you so you don't have to think about it too long. 22, we saw 93 homes listed the last week of August. 57 homes went pending the last week of August. 48 homes closed the last week of August, and 13 homes were removed from the market the last week of August. I think we can consider 2021 a blistering hot year. I mean, that frenzied, incredible, multiple offers, selling the first weekend type market. The last week of August, we saw 66 homes go in the market and 51 homes went pending. Now, I want you to look at the differential. Very slight differential in the pending and the new listings versus 93 compared to 57. Okay, so 22 has changed pretty dramatically from a year ago. We saw 76 closings. Again, more closings than homes that came in the market, keeping the inventory very low, and that was one of the problems. And only 2 homes were moved from the market. Market was so good, unless you're just asking an absurd price, which a lot of people sold even though they were asking absurd prices. If it was beyond absurd, then it might have come off the market. Now, this was 2017, and we had a string of really good years, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. And this was pretty much the way the market went during those years. And most people would be happy to be in any one of those years. 47 homes listed, obviously less than either of those last 2 years. 39 went pending, but I want you to notice again the differential in the 47 and the 39. 43 closed, the differential in those. Notice in the blistering hot year, more closings than new listings. In 22, 4 more listings than closings. But in 17, relatively similar listed and closed, all right? And then 14 removed from the market, 13 and 22. So you can kind of see we are sort of shifting back to a 2017 type market. We haven't gotten there yet, of course, because again, I believe proof is out there, solid proof, that homeowners and agents haven't quite adjusted to the shift and prices are still a little too aggressive in many cases. Not everybody by any means, because as you can see, we're seeing plenty of listings sell and close. But we're seeing more that aren't closing, and I believe that's because the prices haven't been adjusted properly yet. I hope that's making sense. My wife says I hope that's making sense too often, but it's something I think is appropriate here. So I really do hope that's making sense. Well, we've seen three very strong indications that resale homes have not quite kept up with the shift. Quite sincerely, that's pretty normal. I've been in 3 markets that have busted and 3 markets that have boomed. And it is pretty typical for resale homes to lag a little bit. You've seen those 3 factors, so now you're kind of wondering, well, what do I do about pricing when I price my home? Well, here's a really good video. It's a little bit older, in the last, well, just before the frenzy hit, to show you why psychology that a lot of agents encourage you to use is not the path to take when pricing your home. Take a look at that video, and I hope to see you there.